Hey everybody, this is James. I started the other day hacking away on a piece of wood I'd found that had been in the water and had dried out, so kind of had a little softer, not really styrofoamy, punky yet, but definitely soft. And I cut it down here, and you see no fireboard, my little groove here in the center, and my little fire plow here that I intended to actually do a video of when I was doing something stupid. You see that's about 3.5, 4 inches wide, and the whole thing, hold on, got a helicopter flying over, but the whole board itself, I cut about 3 inches off this end, and I cut about 1 inch off of this end, and this, it's about 6 inches now, started out to be 8 inches, 8.5 inches. So overall, I'm gonna say this thing was a good probably 3 feet by maybe 3 inches. And I went to town on it, playing whack-a-mole or whack-a-board with this, my little HK here. And wish I'd have done it on video. That would have been a great little demo and review of the knife. Should have, but I beat the hell out of this thing. And that knife made that board from a piece of tree branch that was probably 3 inches in diameter and maybe 16 inches long. But instead of doing that, I'm going to do a common sense knife safety tip, because when I was carving this down, as you can see, there is a small taper here. We all know better to do this. I know better to do this. I did it anyway. I had all my fingers down here like this. I had this one up here at the top like this. Coming upward, the HK bit me. It caught me in, went up, probably should have went to get stitches, but I don't really like needles. It's funny, people who know me see I got tattoos and earrings and stuff. I've had a few body piercings as well. That I don't mind, but I'm terrified of needles. I had a bad experience at the doctor's office with a needle when I was a kid. I don't like needles in the doctor's office. So yeah, I probably should have went and got stitches, but knife safety 101, my own damn fault. Thankfully, I had just visited my buddy R.W. Fred, who's a custom knife maker, and he put a nice edge on my knives for me the other day, actually about a month or so ago. So thankfully, it was sharp and not a dull knife. Dull knife, it would have been a lot worse, but it was a nice clean cut. I was able to press it back down and cover it with a band-aid. I'll give it a few more days. I'll check it, let it air out, see how it's healing, and maybe just cover it a second time with another band-aid. So yeah, knife safety tip, common sense, keep your fingers out of the way. Same thing with a firearm. If you don't intend to shoot it, don't point the barrel at it. If you don't intend to cut it, don't put it in the way of the knife. You know, thankfully, like I said, this was razor sharp at the time. So yeah, it cut me. Yeah, it might have needed stitches. It wasn't real deep. It was kind of at an angle, almost like a paper cut going in. But, you know, like I said, thankfully sharp knife. I still got cut. It was my own damn fault. But yeah, if you're doing stuff like this where you're cutting upwards like this, don't put your finger in the fucking way like this. If you do, you're like me, you deserve to get a cut. And well, yeah, in our line of hobbies, I guess you can call this, we expect to get cut. Accidents happen. Most are avoidable, some are not. This, I knew better. That was very avoidable. Common sense told me that was avoidable. I did it anyway. I deserved to get cut. Thankfully, it wasn't in a survival situation, and it wasn't bad enough that I lost a finger. So, let me put this away real quick. And I will go back to the fireboard here in a minute, in the fire plow, because that is definitely something I want to learn. So anyway, like I said, my fire plow and my fireboard, I definitely friction fire. I was told one time, if you can't light fire 3 different ways in the rain, you're doing something, you're not practicing enough. I can light fire with my ferro rod. I can light fire with my flint and steel. The only thing I got left to do, hold on. That's the benefits of being a nomadic urban survivor. Traffic goes by when you're trying to film. But fire by friction, I have a bow drill that I played with a couple times. So I want to learn how to do fire by friction, bow drill, fire plow, hand drill. There's something called a bamboo fire saw. I'm going to watch a couple of videos on that. We got plenty of bamboo here in California. Why not? So I'm going to be doing a video on this. Maybe not today, but that's definitely in the future. I'm going to let my finger heal up a little bit, because trying to do the downward pressure on this, I don't want to do anything that might break that cut open while it's still healing. So I know that's not really an excuse. Actually, that's a really big excuse, but it's only an excuse for dying of hypothermia and freezing. But thankfully, this is not an emergency situation, and I don't have to try to do that. But essentially, the fire plow, I'll give you a quick, brief display before I actually do a video. As you see, there's a little groove here I cut in the board somewhere. And the plow, as you can see, comes down to not really quite a point, but it's sharp enough that the wedge fits in that groove, and you run it back and forth, and essentially it would work the same way as your hand drill, where you just keep going down and building up the dust for your ember, for your coal. This will do the same thing. It's got a notch at the end. It'll catch all your dust in it and build it up. So, like I said, stupidity got in the way of this. I'm going to do this at a later video. So, I will see you all later. Be safe. Use your knife safely. Use common sense. Like I said, I was just stupid. I knew better. I deserved to get cut, and I'm thankful, that it wasn't worse than it was. So, as always, this will be coming up in a later video, and I will see you all later. Safe travels, happy trails. Like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I will see you all down the road. Peace.